Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to go ahead and jump right on into this video. I am going to start with my Smashbox Photofinish Color Correcting Blend Primer. I love this primer because it really is lightweight and I love that. I don't like that heavy primer feeling, but I'm going to make sure that it's nice and even so I don't have an oily residue look underneath my foundation. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my beauty blender and just even out my concealer on top of my eyelids, making sure it's nice and even. I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette in the color Doll Face, and I'm going to take my Morphie M433 brush and just put that color right on the top of my crease. So I'm just going to pack that product in really well, making sure that I darken it up and getting it as intense as I would like it. And I'm do the same thing on the other side, just making sure that the colors are even and that they look really good. I actually love this color. This whole palette is actually really nice. I love how the colors really pop, especially when you build it up. I just like to go ahead and make sure that I blend out those harsh lines. I don't want any harsh lines in my eyeshadow, so I just keep blending. Next, I'm going to take my Motives 10 Years Age, the makeup setting spray, and I'm just going to spray a little bit on my makeup brush, dry it out a little bit, and I'm going to take my palette and I'm going to use that color Pink Diamond. And I'm going to put that color right in the center of that doll face color that I used at first. And I'm just going to pack that in, and using the setting spray just illuminates this color so much more. I absolutely love how it looks against that matte color, and it has a really nice shimmer to it. So I'm just going to pack that right in the middle, blending out any harsh lines that may be there after putting it in. It almost gives you like a cut crease look without actually having to do a cut crease. I'm going to spray my brush again, and then I'm going to pick up some more of that color and do the same thing on the opposite side, packing it right into the middle of that doll face color that we set at first, that we put down at first. And just making sure it's nice and even, blending it out, making sure that there's no harsh lines, and really getting it into that color. They look so amazing together. I feel like that dark with that light and then a little bit of glitter, it just, who would I be if I didn't put glitter on my eyes, right? So I'm just going to continue to just pack that in, blending it really well. When it comes to foundations and when it comes to eyeshadows, it's all about blending. You just have to blend it out to get those smooth looks regardless, either way, whether it's a foundation or whether it's an eyeshadow. So I'm just going to continue to blend. I added a little bit more of that doll face color at the top to just darken it up. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my very thin eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to give myself a nice dark little line at the top. And I usually do this so that when I put on my eyelashes, you don't see the band of the eyelash. So I like to just put a nice little thin line at the top, make it kind of make the color pop a little more. And I'm just going to fix that. Any little mess ups you can kind of just fix. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. It is so hard doing makeup on my left side. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody, but I feel like the opposite side of the hand that I write with, it's always a little bit of a challenge. I always hold my brushes and my eyeliner pencils and stuff so funny, but I managed to get it done, and this looks great. It's coming out really, really great. I'm loving how this color and how this look is coming together. So I'm just going to continue to darken up that line a little bit more, making sure that they look even. I'm going to go in and just, add a little more product where I feel like the product has kind of came off. So just to darken it up a little bit, making sure that I'm bringing it all the way down. All right, looks good. So next I'm going to take a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to take that same setting spray, and I'm going to use the color Fling, And I'm going to take Fling and I'm going to put that right underneath the waterline of my eyes. So I'm just going to evenly distribute that all over the eye, underneath the eyes, and it looks good. It gives you like a nice frosty look. You see that? Yes, I love it. Okay, we're gonna do that on both sides, and then we're gonna move on. And next, I added a little bit of extra glitter because, like I said, I love glitter and I wanted it to stand out even more. So I'm using my NYX Roll-On Shimmer. This is in the color Walnut, and I just added a little bit of that onto the middle where we put that pink diamond color. Next, I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and I'm just going to brush my face and get all of the fallout off of my face. I'm going to take my color corrector, my Motives color corrector, and I'm going to take that orange and just pack it right on top of all of my my dark spots. And then I'm going to take my Motives foundation in the color Golden, and it's liquid, and I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to pack it in with my foundation brush all over the face, making sure that I just get it nice and even. I had a little bit get into my eyebrow, so I'm just going to brush that out and make sure that I get that off of the eyebrows, and then just go ahead and pack in the rest of my foundation nice and smooth. I usually use a beauty blender, to pack it in, but this time I didn't. I just used my brush. So I'm going to continue with just packing it in with the brush, making sure that I get all the way up underneath that eye and around the eyebrow and all the way down my neck really well, because I want to make sure that I get all of the dark spots that I want to cover covered. And like I said, there are a lot of the underneath my neck, so I want to make sure I get it all the way down my neck and just really pack that in well. Looks really good, huh? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Coming out really good so far. So next I'm going to jump right on into putting my concealer under the eyes in the areas that I want to lighten up, that I want to highlight. And I'm going to just put it right down the chin, on top of the lip, down my nose. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to pack that right on the top of my cheeks, right just above my cheekbone and underneath the eye really well, making sure that it's nice and even, blending it out completely. Do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to blend the rest that's on down the middle of my face, getting it nice and even, making sure that you don't see any lines, but you can see how immediately it just lightens up those areas of the face. This is why I love this part of doing my foundation. Next, I'm going to take my Revolution Luxury Baking Banana Powder, and I'm going to just tap that right on top of where we put that concealer. And I'm going to just make sure that it's nice, and I want to get a really nice highlight for this look. So I'm going to put a little more banana powder than I would normally use for like a day-to-day look. And then I'm going to take my Pro Conceal color in Toast, and I'm going to do my contour with that. And then I'm going to take that same foundation brush and just pat it out, going up towards the ear, taking that darker color to really contour the cheeks up towards the ear, and just packing it in really nice. Some people like a harsher line. I don't really like a harsh line, so I make sure that I blend it out really, really well. Put a little more if you need more. But like I said, if you don't want a dark contour, then you can just do very little like I did here. And then next I'm going to just take my brush and just continue to make sure that it's nice and even on both sides. I'm going to add a little bit more banana powder just because I went up a little too high with my contour. So I'm just going to fix that by adding some banana powder and getting it nice and highlighted. It looks really good. Okay, so onto the lips. I'm going to be using the Sephora lip liner in the color Pale Pink. I wanted a really bright pink lip, something that would kind of stand out. So that's why I'm going with that color. And then I'm going to use my Motive lipstick in the color Silhouette. I feel like these two work so well together. They look good. It gives you that pastel-y pink look, and it just brings the eyeshadow out even more. Yes, I love it. It looks really good. That lip color is amazing. So next I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and even around the lips. Then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to go ahead and just brush away all of the excess powder that's left. And then I'm going to follow up with a little bit of translucent powder to set everything. So just brush, take that translucent powder and put that all over the face. And this is just gonna, like I said, set the face. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my palette again and I'm going to be mixing the colors Rose Gold and Pink Diamond to give myself my cheek color. So that little highlight that I'm looking for, I'm going to use those two eyeshadow colors to give me that pink, sticking with the theme. So overall, looks really, really great. All right, babe, so this is it. This is the final look. And if I must say so myself, it is very love inspired. But I'm so happy that I was able to do this video for you all. Thank you all so much for being here with me once again for another makeup tutorial. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe, make sure you turn on your notifications so you know when I'm coming back. And I wish you all a blessed, safe, and wonderful, romantic, beautiful, happy Valentine's Day. Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah.